Right now on 10 News at 11.
An employee of a Fallbrook Catholic Church accused of inappropriate contact with someone he thought was a minor. How the vigilante group who set it up is justifying their undercover actions.
It's been 4 days since my check has bounced, and I've been getting promises that I'm going to get paid since that first day it bounced.
Employees at several Little Caesars say their checks are bouncing. The clash the former franchise owner now faces with the corporate company trying to cut ties.
And a woman claims she was roughed up at a local bar in Pacific Beach, and she's not alone. But the bar tells 10 News tonight what actually happened is far different.
Live from the Scripps Studios, this is 10 News.
An employee from a North County church is under investigation tonight after allegations of sexually inappropriate web chats with someone he thought was a 14-year-old boy.
And our 10 News reporter Jeff Lasky is in Fallbrook with the details on the sting that was set up not by police, but by a vigilante group that exposes what they call predators.
Word is still trickling through the community here at St. Peter the Apostle, leaving a lot of questions about exactly what happened.
Tonight, community members here didn't want to talk about the shocking news, but a spokesperson for the Catholic Diocese of San Diego confirms that one of its employees here is now suspended per a police investigation. 10 News is not naming the employee because he hasn't been charged with a crime. It's all because the allegations made in this video captured last Thursday.
Yeah, you can walk to your car, or I can just get your license plate and report you to police, and that's not gonna go. Yeah, nah, really? Let's get it straight. Hey, this can go real hard for you, or it can go easy.
The group behind the video calls itself the CC Unit. CC stands for creep catching. One of its members posed as a 14-year-old boy. He says the employee reached out on a dating app. The conversation quickly turned sexual, with the man pushing up to meet with what he thought was that young boy. Instead, he was confronted by several grown men with cameras, whose goal is to publicly shame their target by posting the video on their website. I tracked down the group's leader, who asked to be only identified as Ghost.
He was denying that we had his pictures, we had his chat logs, everything. I was like, okay, then, if you're so afraid, if you don't know what's going on, why don't you call police? Because that's what any normal human being would do, right?
But police say non-professionals shouldn't try to do what they aren't trained for. Criminal defense lawyer Guadalupe Valencia told us vigilantes make law enforcement's job harder.
They could cause this person to maybe go free of prosecution because they mishandled the situation. That's a really big danger.
Ghost admits that police don't approve of what he does, but he stands by his results.
The slaps on the wrist that they get right now, it's nothing compared to the embarrassment and what they go through when I expose them.
In Fallbrook, Jeff Lasky, 10 News.
The man accused of the deadly shooting at Church's Chicken is back in San Diego and being held on $5 million bail. A judge ordered us not to show the face of Albert Blake in court today. He pleaded not guilty to murder and attempted murder. On November 6th, prosecutors say he shot 3 employees at the Church's Chicken in Otay Mesa, killing Maribel Ibanez. 10 News spoke with Ibanez's mother today.
My heart broken. I had to live with it all my life until I died. But I know he's going to pay, and that's all I want.
Blake was arrested in Memphis, Tennessee. He faces 114 years to life in prison if convicted. He's due back in court next month.
Closed without warning, employees say the owner of several Little Caesars locations across San Diego County has bounced their paychecks. Our 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo spoke to employees who say that they have tried to make contact with the owner without any luck.
Stephen, the employees from this location here in Logan Heights say the checks that they have received have bounced, and now Little Caesars Corporation is getting involved. The doors are locked and the lights are off at this Logan Heights Little Caesars pizza shop on National Avenue.
You try to reach out to them and they completely ghost you.
The employees left in the dark about what's happening. Their checks bouncing repeatedly, racking up bank fees every time.
About 4 checks that have bounced.
I've had about 8 bounce checks, maybe 6 or 8, and every time they completely ghost me. They don't talk to me, they don't communicate back.
These 2 employees were afraid to show their faces on camera, but say the problem started in March.
They don't give you the time of the day, but you're over there in that store 8 hours a day busting your butt.
Employees identified the owner as Tony Bith, saying he owns at least a dozen Little Caesars throughout San Diego County. This one in Barrio Logan on Main Street also closed. The National City location on Plaza still open.
The management gets mad if I try to contact somebody from upper management. They're like, oh, you shouldn't be bugging them. They have more important stuff to do.
A spokesperson for Little Caesars Corporate sent 10 News a statement, reading in part that they are extremely disappointed this has occurred, adding that the franchisee was recently terminated and is no longer part of the Little Caesars brand. They could not comment further because of pending litigation.
I have bills to pay. I have things to do. I shouldn't be dealing with that.
The employees say management told them they would be relocated to another store, but they tell me they are not going back to work. I did try to call the owner, but did not hear back. And we also attempted to go to his address, but he lives in a gated community and could not make contact. Reporting live in Logan Heights, Laura Acevedo, 10 News.
Laura, thank you. Right now, drivers up and down California are hitting the road early to start their holiday travels. This was a look at LAX about an hour ago. It was bumper to bumper as people tried to get to their flights. And this is a look up north in the Bay Area, already starting to back up with people making their way to their holiday destinations. And they're the lucky ones. Starting tomorrow, California travelers will start to deal with the winter storm.
That's right. Our meteorologist Angelica Campos is here tracking the storm that's headed our way. Going to be a rough one, too.
Yes, already we saw many delays out of the Bay Area because of that same storm system heading our way, and the clouds are spilling into the county, but the rain is just making its way closer to LA. It's been extending from the Bay Area down towards Fresno, and that same low pressure system will continue tracking south, creating issues in our county tomorrow all the way through Friday. A flash flood watch will be in effect starting tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. through 10 p.m. on Thursday, with a winter storm warning also starting at the same time. Heavy snow expected in our mountains, and the heaviest rain for tomorrow will most likely be in the afternoon. But periods of heavy rain can be expected all the way through Friday.
And more than 100 million people nationwide are under a weather alert from two major Thanksgiving storms. Nearly a foot of snow fell in the Denver area. The icy conditions are already proving deadly on the roadways. A snowy mountain crash on I-70, a major interstate, claimed at least one life. And that interstate has since been shut down because of whiteout blizzard conditions.
Woke up and thought I'd take a chance, but no dice. It's just too dicey, and thank God they closed the roads.
In Nebraska, this van lost control trying to pass a snowplow and spun into the median. And back at the Denver airport, there's an urgent effort underway to clear runways. More than 1,100 travelers were stranded there overnight. A second storm is now slamming Oregon with hurricane-force wind gusts and heavy snow. You can stay up to date on our weather in our area on the 10 News mobile app. There's a free version available in the App Store.
From the snow and rain to this, firefighters are still battling a wind-driven brush fire that has forced thousands from their homes in Santa Barbara County. The Cave Fire broke out yesterday and has burned more than 4,000 acres and is only about 10% contained. The fire broke out yesterday afternoon in the mountains above Santa Barbara, but those strong winds have pushed the flames downhill. Mandatory evacuations are still in place, but expected to be lifted later.
Here we are in the end of November, and we're still at peak fire season.
Fire crews are hoping that the forecasted rain will help them fight those flames, but they also worry rain might bring those mudslides. So far, there are no reported injuries or damage to homes.
Because I was like, what grown man throws a girl like that?
Accusations leveled against bouncers at a popular bar in Pacific Beach. A woman claims she was roughed up once she was asked to leave. 10 News reporter Anthony Pura is in Pacific Beach with why the bar says that's not what happened.
Natalie Lara says these pictures show the aftermath of her night out that ended at the hospital.
It's a hugely deep cut right at the point.
She and her friend were at Backyard Kitchen and Tap in Pacific Beach over the weekend, and a woman seemed to push her friend.
And I was like, hey, you don't need a push. And I just see the girl waving my finger, saying something.
Lara later realized the woman worked at the bar. Moments later, she says bouncers approached her and told her she had to leave. The situation escalated.
I'm like, don't touch me. But when I turn to him and I'm like, you don't need to cuss at me, that's when he grabs my arms.
Laura says she was slammed into walls and then thrown to the curb. Backyard Kitchen and Tap gave 10 News a statement saying they take complaints of this nature seriously, adding their investigation contradicts the allegations. When we asked them for further details, they wouldn't comment because of pending litigation.
This bar has a history of treating people badly.
Evan Walker is Lara's attorney. Walker says her accusations against the bar, just the latest of several.
We're aware of an incident in 2017, an incident in 2019. I represent 2 clients who were also injured in 2019.
Walker gave us the security camera footage from St. Patrick's Day, a confrontation resulting in security throwing several men to the street, 2 of them now seeking legal action, including Phil Nosrat, who suffered a broken leg.
I think that policies need to change.
We asked the Backyard for comment about the other incidents, but they declined to say more under advice of their attorney. In Pacific Beach, Anthony Pura, 10 News.